This is Mr. Hatton again, and we're going to take a look at part 1 of your math packet, specifically question 3 and question 4. Question 4 talks about pumps that are being used to empty water from 2 tanks. So we have tank P and then tank Q. And they're asking you to compare. There's 4 statements that you've got to look at, and we're looking at 2 things. Which one has the faster rate and which one has the greater or lesser starting amount. So let's look at tank P, and we realize that the slope or the rate M is negative 6.5. So 6.5 gallons are being pumped out every minute. Now we compare that to Q, which empties at a rate of 5.25. So if we have to say which one is emptying faster, I think the award would go to tank P. The other part of the question is which tank had a lesser or greater amount at the beginning. So if we can see where B, or the y-intercept, or the starting amount for tank P was 65 gallons, and for Q it was 63.5, so P had a greater starting amount. So P has a greater rate and a greater starting amount. Now we just have to determine which one of those options, A, B, C, or D, says that. Okay, now on to question 4. Question 4, we have a cylinder, and we want to know the volume of the cylinder. So if we take a look at the formula for a cylinder, it is volume equals pi r squared h. Well, we know what pi is. We know pi is 3.14. So what do we need to know? We need to know what r is, and we need to know what h is. Now, thankfully, in the problem, they told us that the radius, or r, is 5 centimeters, and that the height of the container is 18 centimeters. So now we actually have everything we need, and all we have to do is substitute these things. So pi is going to be 3.14, 5 is going to go in for r, and 18 is going to go in for h. And when we rewrite this, we should have volume equals 3.14 times 5 squared times 18. And use your calculator to solve that at home. Don't forget that if you have a phone with a calculator, if you turn that phone sideways, there'll be other options such as a squared button that will be available to you. So hopefully that helps. Remember just to find out what you need and substitute that into the formula. Hope that helps. Have a great time answering questions 3 and 4.